Simon would drink a bottle of wine every day for 25 years, but after giving up alcohol, he has been coaching and helping others to go sober, reaching over 1,000 people every month.
So I started drinking when I was about 14 or 15 years old. I used alcohol to combat feelings of anxiety and loneliness when I was in my teenage years. And then when I started working, my drinking went from now and then to daily, and I was drinking 1 or 2 bottles of red wine every single day. I thought it was the solution and the cure to anxiety. I thought it was how you had a good time and how you had fun. And then as time went by, I had this constant niggle that I was drinking too much. I used to see posts on social media and things that used to worry me. And I always used to put my mind at rest by then looking for other things to reinforce that actually, no, there's no problem with my drinking, it's fine. Eventually I started looking much closer at my drinking and exploring what a life without alcohol might look like for me.
To have the willpower for starting the process to quit drinking alcohol is difficult, but Simon managed to get past the difficult parts and hasn't looked back.
That's the hardest part, and I speak to hundreds of people who are at that early stage. So there's 5 stages to sobriety. The first is unawareness. So there's loads of people who drink daily and don't even realise they've got a problem. Then there's awareness, which is the most painful part, and the part that you're talking about, where you become aware you've got a problem, but you don't know what to do about it. And that really is challenging and difficult. And then from there, you move on to education. You educate yourself, you read books, you learn about sobriety, you learn the tools and the tactics and grow stronger. And then you put that education into practice, and as you practice things, the challenges are things like going to a party without drinking. You worry about it and you think, what's it going to be like? Or you get an invite to a wedding or the work Christmas party, and I cover all these topics in my book. And then from there it's mastery. You eventually, as the months go by, you start to master it and you just forget that you used to drink, and this becomes the new normal.
His book, The Sober Survival Guide, charts his changing relationship with alcohol that took him to the point where he is able to turn his life around, and he has written it to help others who are wanting to make a change and to support them on their journey to sobriety.
So I did this in 2 parts. The first part is kind of memoir style. It shares some of my stories, some which are quite funny, and also talks about the tactics and techniques to quit drinking. But the second half is very much around all those situations that come up as you go forward. Going on holiday without drinking, the work Christmas party, like I mentioned, without drinking. And it specifically deals with, chapter by chapter, all of those various things, because I wanted people to have like a go-to book. If they're in a certain situation, they can just refer to that chapter and go and just get some immediate and instant support from it. But it was a big project. I've never written a book before. It was a real challenge, and Obviously, I would never have done this if I quit drinking, but when I was drinking, I would never have had the motivation or the energy to do it. And it's amazing how much more energised I am since I quit drinking alcohol, that I actually can take on a project like this and see it through to conclusion. And I think that's testament to what a sober life has done for me.
As this month is Sober October, many people are taking part in a challenge to stop drinking for a whole month.
First of all, I'd say well done to anybody who's taken on Sober October, because when you drink regularly, it can be a challenge. And a lot of people drink moderately and they don't have a problem, and that's absolutely fine. And I don't want anyone to think I'm sat here preaching to them that they need to quit drinking, because I absolutely would never do that. But if anyone's worried about their drinking, or they find that they're drinking daily or well in excess of the guidelines, then Sober October provides an excellent opportunity to take a look in the mirror at what they've been drinking.
Simon continues to help people on a daily basis, and it is clear that he feels a lot better for it. James Poingdestre, That's TV.